Hi YouTube, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. Today's topic um, is Lolo Jones. She is an Olympian. I believe she's won like 2 gold. Um, she didn't win like an Olympic medal, I don't think, but she's won some medals, let's put it that way. Very accomplished. She's a hurdler and a bobsledder, I believe. And why am I talking about her? Well, I think she kind of ties into my platform. I am a pro-marriage platform. And, and I like to talk about, relationships, marriage, stuff like that. So she came to my attention a few days ago, actually, and she was showcasing her IVF journey on Instagram. She's crying. She was saying, she's 40 years old. She thought that she would be married by now. And let me stop right there. I think that a lot of older women, not saying that she's old, she's only 40, but having a child wise, that's considered advanced maternal age. And I think that a lot of older women are not being honest and forthcoming about their desire for marriage. And I think, and I plan to do a video on this to talk to the younger ladies. I'm talking about in your 20s and in your 30s. Because there is a lot of negative chatter out there about marriage. And honestly, Black women seem to be the only race of women that really truly shoots down marriage. But I plan to talk about that in another video. So Lolo Jones was on Instagram. Like I said, she was crying. She was doing her IVF. And I've been through IVF. Both Lolo and I should be considered cautionary tales for young women. And IVF hurts, particularly if you could have done it the way God planned it, with your husband, having fun in the hay, rolling around in the hay. But why am I talking about her today? I'm talking about her today because, first of all, I did not know she was considered mixed race. And then that explained everything. And let me explain why. The more attractive a woman is, the more time she thinks she has. And with Lolo, no one can convince me that a woman that looks like her, has her body, did not come across high value men of all financial backgrounds, wealthy, handsome, of every race, because she's racially ambiguous. I didn't know she was a part Black woman. I thought she was 100% white, honestly. So the reason I said her mixed race explained everything, and let me tie this all together. In my personal life, I know 2 Black women who in their youth were dime pieces. They were racially ambiguous, green eyes, everything. These women are now in their 70s, never married, never had children. And I think it's because because they look like that, they just knew it was an even finer man around the corner. There was a more handsome man around the corner. Because when I look at Lolo, I'm like, what unicorn, magical leprechaun man was she looking for? And I'm not saying this to diss her, not at all, because honestly, I can relate more to her than I care to explain. Because when I was younger, I thought I had all the time in the world. Oh, he's out there, my knight in shining armor, and he's gonna look like this, and he's gonna have this much money, and blah blah blah. Like I said, older women are not being forthcoming talking to the younger women. And like I said, I do plan to get into that in another video. And I actually spoke on a similar topic when it came to hypergamy. And you guys did not correct me when I was saying hypergamy. It's hypergamy. And again, I don't want to go ahead of myself because I do want to discuss what I'm talking about in other videos, talking about marriage and, and stuff like that. So anyway, so you have this attractive 40-year-old woman, and I don't know if I had mentioned, she's a self-proclaimed virgin. She's a Christian woman. So not knocking her for either one of those. She's, sticking by her biblical principles, and I applaud her for that. But in her video, in her Instagram video, she was telling young women to, perhaps freeze their eggs even younger, which is something that I wish I had done. But instead of her telling young women to freeze their eggs sooner, which yes, okay, that is some good advice. But my advice to the younger women, and I'm going ahead of myself because I wanted to do another video on this, is to get married younger. If you run across a man that you know is a good man, a decent man, hardworking man, family oriented, and you're, say, 24, 25, don't let these older women, girl, you got all the time in the world, child. I would be out here having my fun. I ain't settling down and being trapped with no man, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to them. And I plan to do a video about that because, like someone said in a video that I was watching, I don't remember, single women will keep you single if you allow them. And I know that happened to me. I had people in my ear. And the thing is, for so many young women, they want to be married. That's the honest to God truth. But there's so much chatter out here from older, bitter broads, and they don't even have to be older. They could be in their 30s. Maybe, they could be in their 30s. I think a lot of these women that be popping off at the mouth about how horrible marriage is, they be in their 30s. And I'd be thinking to myself, now, you never been married, but marriage is horrible. But here's a woman over here who's been divorced, but she wants to be married again. So obviously there's something to this marriage business. But again, I plan to tackle that. I've already done a 10 reasons why. This is reasons that I've read online over the years, 10 reasons not to be married that I've seen from Black women. Like I said, Black women are the only race of women that I see tear down marriage at every chance they get. But I'm going to discuss that. But back to Lolo Jones. I have some sympathy for her. I do, because unfortunately, we as women, again, we're not told about the biological clock. We're not told about, you need to be getting your husband right now. We weren't raised a lot of times in homes that encouraged marriage. And I've shared this story before. When I was in my 20s, I was 23 to be exact. This lady, who ironically enough was like a Lolo Jones, she was a very fair-skinned Black woman. And she was 47 years old and had never married, never had children at that point. So you're looking at 30 years ago now. So I don't know what became of her. Her name was Corinne, if I remember correctly. And she tried to warn me, and I was like, my fine husband is out there somewhere. Now, thankfully, in my latter years at 40, I did marry a handsome man, a good man. I'm in a good marriage. So it's possible. But again, I'm going to do a topic on marriage, what's to be expected in marriage. And because marriage is a beautiful thing when it's done right, when it's with the right man. But young ladies, you have to keep the older, bitter, negative Nancy's out of your ear, though. That's the only way you're going to have a successful marriage. But that was my video for today. Please like it, share it, subscribe. I always encourage people to check out my other videos first before you subscribe. Make sure that, we are here. And I will see you soon. Bye.